Fitter Boy 72 here, take 2 on my container build. Just got finished videoing and got up there and watched it. Didn't like it, too long. I rambled on too much. Take 2, just a real quick tool list. A Sharpie to mark on your PVC. A handsaw, this is a PVC saw. Heck, this is my old PVC saw I've had for years. It's obviously hadn't been put to good use lately, but hey, it's what I had. Tape measure and then a little pocket knife. Just run through as I go the use of the tools. This one here, just basically you'd measure, take your Sharpie, mark what your desired length is. Take the saw and cut it. I'm going to show you a little trick I learned years ago. If you take your thumb and you see the gap between the PVC and my top of my thumb, I line the blade up where I need it to be. I put my thumb as a guide. If you put your thumb close to that PVC right where you're going to cut, you will cut your finger. So make sure you have it up like that. But you can use that as a guide as getting your blade started. Try to cut it as square as possible. I really didn't do a good job on that one. But that's just a little cutting trick I had used for years and known for years. But you know, there's little things you pick up. Then your knife, little pocket knife, deburr it. You take off the burr. Sorry for the noise in the background. It's cold down here and wet, so my dehumidifier is running and I forgot to turn it off. But you deburr the inside and the outside. You want this to be perfect. If you're making these containers for prepping or whatever you may be, I'm going to assume, I know from my personal use, this is going to be more important than just a few seconds. Take the time to deburr it. Make sure we do it right. This is what I'm attempting to make. The diameter is the same. The reason why I decided to make these, I know I can make them cheaper than what they're selling. Most of those are selling for. I picked that up one for $3. If I find some more, I will buy some more. $3, because what I'm about to make cost me $3.50. The overall dimension when I start, I'm measuring the longest part of my crooked cut, 8.5 inches. So I'm shooting for about the same dimension. I won't, maybe not be perfect, but that's a quick tool list, a quick rundown of what the tools are for. I did this pre-cut because I'm inside the house and I had to cut outside. But you will need a cap. Set that aside, cap. No matter what diameter, no matter how long, you'll need these parts. Or the cap, they make different type of cap. This is a Schedule 40 cap, Schedule 40 PVC. A female adapter and a male plug. Now, this is the way I like to do it. There's other ways of threading it, but you need the ability to open and close your container. So that's this method here. No matter what size, there again, you'll need these parts. If you have someone assisting you, you can maybe do this in stages, but we'll go to the primer. Make sure you're getting all the dirt and debris off of it. Be careful when you get into the female adapters. You do not want to start getting where you're going to get too much stuff on your threads. That is where you're going to be threading that on, and we don't want any leaks later. So it's really that quick and simple. got the two pieces, the two ends of the pipe where I'm gonna put the glue, two fittings where the glue goes. Very important to clean it. Take the glue. Always put the glue in the cap first, then on the pipe. Twist it at least a quarter of a turn as you push it up. You hold it for a second. The glue is getting ready to drop off. When you got enough, you know you got enough glue when it's dripping. If it's not dripping and it was really hard to push up, you probably didn't put enough glue on it. Put some more glue. Hold it for a second. If you start to notice that it starts to push off when you let go of it, try to push it back up, or try to at least hold it where it's at. If you don't hold it long enough, it's going to start to push off. Don't let that happen. Now when you do the one with the female adapter with the threads on it, make sure you don't put too much glue where you're getting it all over the threads. That's not a good thing. You're later going to be screwing that in there. So don't skimp on the glue. I can't stress that enough. Don't skimp with the glue or the primer. If you're prepping and you're putting this in the ground underwater, whatever you may be doing with it, whatever you're putting inside here, guarantee you at a later date when you come to retrieve it is a lot more important than that little bit of glue and primer that you're dripping. I did take one on here. Take two, it's not a big mess. There's not much waste really. Now that actually pushed apart a little bit. I didn't hold it long enough, but I can't push it any further, and it moved maybe 1/8 of an inch, which probably not good, but I think it's going to be sufficient. But if you watch the video, now that I see that it's moved, you probably can even see it move, and that's what you don't want. This one I may cut this off right here and make a shorter one out of it. I don't know. I think it's going to be sufficient. I'll probably test it before I actually use this one. Put some water in it and button it up. But the overall length, I know I'm going to be at least 1/8 of an inch what I was shooting for, because it just pushed off a little bit. The overall length, I think, of the military container, 10 3/4. I've got 11 1/4. When I get this done, when this dries and everything's good, I'll put some thread sealant on this. I'm gonna use Teflon tape. I have some upstairs. When I actually go seal it, I'll put some Teflon tape on there and I'll seal this up. I will get this with a wrench or a channel lock or something, and I'll basically I'll hold it here and I'll tighten it to that amount. That should be sufficient with the Teflon tape on there. The beautiful thing about this is I made this for $3.50. This was selling everywhere except the one dealer for $5. If I can make this one $3.50 for that size, you know, I'll make this. If I find another one for $3 like this, I'm gonna buy the $3. But the beautiful thing, and the reason why I like it, is I can change the diameter, I can change the length, I can adapt it to whatever I need. If I am prepping and burying, the little bit of weight difference between these two, this is maybe close to twice the weight of this. The weight's not going to be an issue unless you're backpacking it in bug out bag or something like that. This ain't going to for that purpose. This is something I'm going to retrieve later at a known location. Probably, if I've planned it out right, a secure location. But, you know, that's my little how-to on PVC. I know a lot of people know how to do it, a lot of people don't. I believe I've covered everything. If there's anything I'm missing, I'm new to making videos, hey, Tell me what I'm missing. Maybe I'm missing a step and I need to add it into the video. But that's pretty much it. Fitter Boy out.